Okay, welcome back to trigonometry. Let's see here. On this problem, we are to determine angle A, the two decimal places. It says to the 100th of a degree. So we're going to make sure that we're in degrees, and we'll go ahead and figure it out from here. So the first thing to do is realize we are in law of sines, or law of cosines rather, because we have a side kind of a situation. So we're going to say we have c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab times the cosine of a. Now, how do I orient this thing for the A and the B? The law of cosines tells us that it's the angle and both of the sides that are adjacent to it. So my angle A is the one I'm looking for. My A and my B are the 7.8 or the 8.1 and the 9.8. The 7.1 is our angle, is our side C. Okay, so we'll go ahead and figure that out. So we're going to say, okay, this is 7.1 squared is equal to, and we have 8.1 squared plus 9.8 squared, like that, minus 2 times 8.1 times 9.8 times the cosine of the angle between them. We have to work that out. Okay, we're going to need some calculator help here. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to type this stuff in. So we have 7. Let's make sure it's turned on. Okay, so we have 7.1, and we're going to go ahead and square it. So that'll be 50.41. So here we go. 50.41 is equal to, and now we're going to go over here. We have 8.1, and we're going to square it. Okay, oops, sorry, not logarithm. We don't need that. We squared it. There we go, squared. Okay, 65.61. So 65.61 plus, and let's go ahead and deal with this way. So we have 9.8 and 9.8. So let's clear that. 9.8, and we'll square it, equals at 96.04. 96.04. Okay, minus 2 times 81 times 9.8. I'm just going to go ahead and run the whole thing. So we have 2 times 9 point, how about 9.8? 9.8 times 8.1. Okay, so I have 158.76. So minus, that was 2 times that, 158.76. So minus 158.76 times the cosine of the angle I'm looking for. So we're going to have to go ahead and figure some stuff out. We have to put stuff on the other side. So we have 50.41 minus 65.61 minus 96.04 equals negative 2 or negative 158.76. Okay. Get rid of that. We don't need that. Okay. So 158.76. So let's go ahead and do the arithmetic that we have on the other side here. So I have 50.41 minus 65.61 minus 96.04. And we're just going to type that in. So we have negative 111. So negative 111.24. All right. And then this is equal to negative 158.76 times the cosine of A. Okay, we're going to go ahead and divide by that 158.76. We have 111.24 divided by, we'll put the negative there, 158.76. The negatives are going to cancel, so we don't have to keep those around anymore. That is equal to the cosine of A. One thing you can do is that remember that cosine and sine have to be between 0 and 1. So if you ever end up with a fraction that's going to look like it's bigger than 1, check your arithmetic because you screwed up. Okay, so here we have 111.24 divided by, not minus, divided by, there you go. Nope, not times, divided by, there we go. 158, 158, 158, okay, 0.76. Okay, we'll go ahead and type that in. So I got 0.70067, so 0.700. I'm going to say 7 is equal to cosine of A. So A is equal to the inverse cosine, okay, of 0.7007. Okay, back in the day before calculators, we had what they call CRC books. That's the chemical rubber company, and they would put out all of these different physical constants. They always went to 4 decimal places. So that's why we always go to 4 decimal places when we're doing our calculations. So second function cosine, second function answer, that'll take the whole thing and that'll be 0.770068. That'll put the whole thing in there. So that's more accurate, and that's probably better. But if you lose the number, if you're working on like a crummier calculator, because I have a couple around like this calculator, which is not as nice, you might want to take notes and just go to 4 decimal places and make sure that works. Okay. So let's see here. We got a 45.52 degrees. So if we have 45.52 degrees, that's my angle A. I'm happy with that answer. And there we go. And I think you're done with that. So as usual, thank you very much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.